Oh, go now? This podcast is for mature... Really? I'm going here. This podcast is for mature audiences only. So if Betty White asks you to pull out at 13, you can listen.
13? What does 13 have to do with it?
There you go.
I don't know that one. 13? You have to explain that one.
In a world full of podcasts, one podcast to rule them all. The Predictably Unpredictable Podcast. Join us if you dare, or if you have nothing else better to do.
Maybe 17.
17?
Yeah. Pull out.
Betty
Pull out.
White. You know,
I mean, I was banging people at 13, were you?
No.
Because you're not a man.
My daughter named her
Why
car
are you
Betty
sitting back
White.
here being all quiet all of a sudden? Go ahead.
But no, I was going to say my daughter named her car Betty White. I don't know where. It's a white car, so she named it Betty White. I'm like, that's a cool name.
Is it still running?
Huh?
Is it still running?
Yeah.
Because
still going.
Betty is.
It's still going.
I think,
know.
right? Is she dead
Dude,
yet?
Betty's awesome. I like Betty. She's awesome. She's a character now. I'm telling you.
Is she really still alive?
Yeah.
No shit.
She's like 80. I think she's like 83, 84.
One of the better
something
SNLs
like
I've ever seen.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, she's
exactly.
pretty funny.
Yeah,
And she was around before Sliced Bread. We've already talked about that on another podcast.
right.
She was before Sliced Bread.
Literally.
I know, that's what I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is Predictably Unpredictable Podcast.
Uh-huh.
I'm Jeff, the Brains Carol. We got Trent
Biggest dick in the room.
No. Tickle dick. Tickle dick, right?
Nope,
Tickle
nope.
dick.
and
It went from a tickle dick to a huge dick. And
No, it
Since the
didn't.
last time I was on here. Yeah,
God.
since the last time I was on here, I swear.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When'd that happen?
So I switched my diet and
Oh.
it worked out.
Yoga helped you?
It did. I'm telling
Yoga
you.
made you have a huge wiener?
I'm like 6'2" and I have a huge dick now.
Right.
It's awesome.
Wow. I don't think we have. Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
6'2". What did you get?
I didn't see the 6'2".
I don't know about the 6'2".
Yeah.
And what was your name again? We didn't even get to you yet.
Daddy.
Oh,
Just
okay.
call me Daddy.
The biggest dick's daddy.
Right. Damn right.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm getting on this. So
I'm getting on this.
yeah. So earlier we were talking about guns because one of the things we were talking about was I'm in the Boy Scouts, and so we when we teach kids in the Boy Scouts how to shoot. We don't let them shoot at like human size or human targets, like human shaped targets, or
Which is
things
stupid.
like that.
That's stupid.
Because they don't want to promote shooting people and animals and that kind of stuff. They just do target shooting and stuff. But I don't know. Then we kind of got into talking about a little bit of that, and then next thing you know, we're talking about gun control, which is we don't know we're talking about politics, but I don't know if gun control. I guess it is
It's a political stance.
It is.
Not where we're from though.
No, everybody wants to
Yeah,
gun
I was
where we're
gonna say,
from.
not where
They don't
we're
give a
from.
shit. You got gun racks and shit in your car, but I mean,
But that's because we use guns for a proper purpose as well. And when we're growing up here, we're hunting and we're using guns for different reasons that are what their intentional meanings are.
But you can put. I was telling you guys earlier, you can put a big human figure in front of me or whatever. And I was asking Trent earlier. I said, "Do you think that'd make me shoot a person quicker just because I've been shooting at a human target?" No.
Right.
If you're a fuckhead, you're a fuckhead. If you're going to shoot at somebody, you're going to shoot at somebody.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if you got a screw loose, you've got a screw
Right,
loose. It
right.
doesn't matter if you're shooting guns or if you're have a knife in your kitchen, you're going to stab your parents or whatever the fuck it is. You know, I don't mean to be getting crazy, but
Right.
if you are messed up in the head, you're messed up in the head. So, I mean, Trent, when he was growing up, we never had those conversations because he's halfway normal sometimes, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, he's got a little screw loose every once in a while, but I mean, but
you trust him with a gun?
yeah, of course I would. I mean, he's good. Yeah, I would. My daughter and him both.
Yeah.
Because they're not fucked up individuals.
Right.
If you're screwed up in the head, no, I'm not going to trust you with a gun.
Yeah.
It don't matter if I put a target in front of you or whatever. I'm not going to trust you with a gun,
Right.
right? I mean, just wouldn't do it. So,
Well, I think their stance is more of it's if you're shooting at a person, it's more of a self defense kind of thing because that's why you would shoot at the person anyway. Would be self defense, right?
sure.
And so there's no merit badge for self defense. There probably
There should be.
there
There
probably
should
should be.
There probably should
actually,
be.
but
or they should at least talk about it.
Even if it's just hand to hand.
Yeah.
I mean, there should be some
Could you see a hand-to-hand combat, Boy Scouts?
Running up
Are you
to-
not entertained?
Running up to a target and tackling it.
Boy Scouts for America. We're about to change this shit up. We're gonna have MMA fighters by next fall.
Yeah.
If you want us to run Boy Scouts, Boy Scouts,
Actually, I'm
We're
thinking they
available.
changed their name. I think they're supposed to be like Scouts of America now, or something like that. Because I think, or they were talking about doing that.
are they
Only
trying to
because-
avoid lawsuits, or what are
No,
they trying to do?
they let girls in now,
Oh,
so girls
Lord.
can be
Oh
Scouts.
boy!
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Okay,
Yeah, I
let's
don't
get
wanna do
into
that.
that.
Hey, now,
that is
now before, hey, whoa, before you go, remember, we've looked at our demographics of who listens to this podcast. It's
Yeah.
mostly women because of me.
Yeah.
So be careful what you say. Be
I
careful
love
what
the
you say.
idea. I love that idea.
Thank you very much.
I think we should switch everything.
Be
to
careful. Be
both
careful.
genders. Yeah.
You're damn right. I mean, you got to play to your audience, right?
You know, why even have genders at all? Let's just say forget it.
well, we've
You know
already
what?
started down that road.
That's what they do now. They're letting the child pick the gender. You know how they have.
I get. I
Yeah.
know. I know what you're
Can
saying.
I
we
know.
bring up the Dwayne Wade thing?
But let's go back to the Boy Scouts for just a
Okay,
minute
okay.
on the Girl Scouts deal, because we've kind of discussed this a little bit. And what I don't understand is why, as a parent of a female, you would want your girl going into Boy Scouts anyway, even if you could. Let's say that you can go hang out with 24 boys and it's just you at the camp.
Well, the way
But you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, they have.
They probably have a ratio.
They have it separate. No, they have it separate where the boys have their own troops and the girls have their own troops. Now they can, and they're not supposed to camp together, but they can camp in the same place, but they're supposed to
Yeah.
be separate. That kind
Okay.
of stuff.
It's like being
But you know what? Even as much as you separate them, they're always going to be together.
That's
in
what I'm
some way,
saying.
Because a lot of times they have the same parents. Because it could be siblings. You know, the same leadership and some of the things, and so it's gonna mix up anyway.
But at some point, though, if you're a parent of a female, because
Yeah.
I have a daughter, if I was a parent and Taylor told me, hey, I want to go be in the Boy Scouts, I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah,
This is, no, you're not.
yeah.
They have Girl Scouts for that. You're not going to go do that. That would be me.
They
That's
have
just my
Girl Scouts.
opinion.
You know, it's funny. My daughter was a Girl Scout also, and I was a Girl Scout leader.
That's what I'm saying.
And the Girl Scouts, they don't do as much things as the Boy Scouts because boys, they get to do a lot more stuff. Like in the Girl Scouts, you can't even shoot at all. They have no shooting.
And you
at
know
all.
what? Improve Girl Scouts in.
That's what I'm saying. That's
That's
what
all I
I'm
can
saying.
tell you, right? Improve
Exactly.
Girl Scouts in.
That's what.
If you want to do what the boys are doing, do it with the girls.
That's
and,
right.
And do it all, right?
And I agree with that totally because I think that they should do that because Boy Scouts are a man and their son kind of going out and doing their thing. That's kind of where it came from, you know. And Girl Scouts was the same thing. A woman with her daughter and that kind of stuff. They
Right.
do their thing, and that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? Now there are other groups that have co-ed, but these were designed for those purposes, right? But like you said, some of the girls that are joining, that are switching and going over to Scout or Boy Scouts, is because they can't do the things that they want to do in Boy Scouts. They see their brother doing that they can't do because the Girl Scouts don't allow them to do it.
But you know what? But I'm one of those guys who thinks, and I am a true believer of this, that girls can do whatever boys can.
Absolutely.
Girls are smart. Girls are talented.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you don't fucking like it, then just go do it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, improve your shit. Don't go to somebody else's stuff just because. Because I don't think girls are any lesser than boys. If you want to go shoot guns, go shoot guns.
Yeah.
Teach them gun safety.
Yeah.
Right? Just do whatever you want to do. That's my opinion. You don't need to go join Boy Scouts. You need to improve what you got.
Right. I agree with that.
That's how I
totally.
feel about
Yeah.
it.
If anybody wants an exact representation, go onto your television set onto Amazon or Netflix, wherever Parks and Rec is. Go to season 4, episode 4, and watch the Pawnee Rangers episode of why that will not work.
Yeah.
Leslie Knope tries to bring him in. It's a TV show, but it represents exactly what we're talking about. It doesn't work out.
No.
It does not
'cause
work
when
out.
you have girls with the boys, it distracts the boys. It just does. They just get sidetracked, and then they don't act the way that they normally would act without the girls
Why?
being there. That's just boys. Just young
Oh,
boys
why?
do that crap.
No, I want to hear why, Jeff.
Because
They're
they try-
horny.
They, try
They
to
want to
There we go.
They
There we
try
go.
to show off to the girls.
You're
They do
right.
all these kind of
That's
things.
what I'm
They want
saying.
to look different, in front of the girls. They don't want to look silly. They don't want to look, embarrassed, that kind of stuff. But when they're just boys being boys, they don't care about anything.
When I was a school principal and I had to watch them all together in
Yeah.
one gym, I'd put the girls on one side of the gym and the boys on the other side. And guess what? Worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Because the guys weren't trying to fight over the girls. The girls were always the worst side to deal with, but they were separated. And it's just like you said, because they're trying to impress each other.
Right.
They're trying to figure out who's going to go with this guy, who's going to go with this girl, whatever.
Right.
But I think, seriously, when you start talking about that kind of stuff, they need to quit shortchanging females and girls and just do what you got to do. Do your
I
thing.
do because I have
Do
a
your
daughter
thing.
too, and my daughter, anything she wanted to do,
Do it.
do it.
Get after it.
Yeah, get after it.
So we're at a time in society that it just seems to me that no one can just have their skills and stick to them. I'm at a company right now that I have a woman employee with me. I'm not going to name her, but she's incredible at what she does. And if I switch to her job, our company would fail tomorrow. She's good at what she does.
You're saying that you're not good at what you do.
I was saying because you went there.
But here's the incompetence.
But I'm good
If
on.
I switch there, we'd fucking suck.
But I'm good on. Do you guys get my
He
point?
just told his boss he doesn't want a
No, I'm missing it.
promotion.
I'm missing your point.
You're missing my point that I'm good on my side of things and she's good on her side of things, and we work together in
well, I see what
correlation
you're
instead
saying.
of
I see what you're
breaking it
saying.
up.
If you
If
switch
you let
up
me
roles,
finish my thought,
Well-
then we would get there.
Well-
Excuse me, but
When did you
that's
start
what
having
I'm- that's what I'm
thoughts?
trying to say. I mean, it's just ridiculous
right.
that everybody's trying to do everything nowadays instead of just going to their strengths and being what they're good at, whatever it may be. Just play to what you're great at. Don't play because someone
Yeah.
says, "Oh, you can't do." You know. I
Well,
think
it's funny that you
I'll
say
give
that.
you what you're saying is the yin and the yang. You're the yin,
Yes,
she's the yang.
yes.
Do your part. I'll do
And
my
that's how
part.
chemistry works,
Yeah.
and that's how things flow.
Right.
Balance.
It's a balance.
The universe needs balance, right?
And that
isn't that what what's his name? The
Confucius?
Guy? No, the big blue guy on Avengers, and what's his name?
got the-
Thanos.
Beast?
Thanos.
Oh, Thanos?
Yeah, he said
He's blue?
He said the universe needed peace. That's why he killed half the people.
Is he blue? Was he? Oh, he was blue.
Yeah,
wasn't
he
he?
was blue. And he had like a big,
I thought it was-
looked like a ball sack for a chin.
Oh, that was the ball sack. Yeah.
Well, aliens are chilling up there, just saying we don't even want to go down there. Right now. They're like,
They're not-
"Fuck
that
this."
planet is crazy.
Yeah,
They
well,
probably have it marked somewhere. Shit is crazy, right? Circle
Well,
that
I
shit.
think
Don't
we're
go
like an
there.
experiment for these
Yeah.
motherfuckers. It's like, let's see what these guys do with this.
Yeah.
Let's drop some guns in there. Let's drop some whatever in there. Let's see what the fuck they do with this deal.
Right.
There you go. Well,
Oh, they're-
that didn't work.
Yeah, oh, they
wow.
fucked that up.
Okay, well, we're just gonna move on to the next galaxy.
And-
Deuces,
Yeah.
because
Deuces, baby.
they'll never figure out how to get out of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
They're,
So.
they're going back to the planet and they're like, we're not going to do it this way because the fucking humans fucked it all
Yeah,
up. We're going to
yeah.
do it this
Oh,
way.
they're gonna look at us and be like, they're still using iPhone.
Right. Yeah. They put a mask on thinking they're not going to get the coronavirus because of a mask. They're
Yeah.
doing little wet wipes on their seat. I talked about that last time. These guys are idiots.
You
We're
know
not doing
what?
this anymore.
I was in. It's funny you said that because I was in Costco and I saw this lady walk by and she had a mask on.
That's good.
And she had rubber like surgical
Yeah.
gloves on,
Yeah.
walking around. And I'm like, but when you touch things with the gloves, and then you go touching your face, touching other things, the bacteria's on the glove.
I'm making a. I'm making
you need to make a point of being able to take
I'm
them
making
off
I'm going to make
properly,
a
you know?
vow. I'm going to make a vow to both of you right now. The
Uh-huh.
next time I see a motherfucker walking by with mask and gloves on, I'm going to run up and fucking start licking their face and just rubbing my dick on their face. I don't care because they think
That's
that they're-
assault, brother,
Actually, that's battery.
and battery.
Well, okay. Well, once I explain my story, I'll get off. I promise you, because I just want these people to understand. It don't matter what you have on your face. It doesn't matter. That keeps you from spreading shit.
Well, they
from
said-
what I've read,
they
the
said
mask
that-
keeps you. I'm gonna go I'm gonna lick their face. I'm just gonna lick their face.
This is a good
Will that count?
segue into the coronavirus, isn't it? Yep.
Yes.
It's funny because they're talking about the coronavirus being a droplet. Like it's a droplet. Like if it's like a spit or something, that can get in your eye just the same
Right.
as because when you're covering your nose and mouth, you still your eyes. They can still get in your eye.
You get a droplet in your eye.
Yeah, and skin definitely doesn't absorb moisture. Either.
Yeah, right.
On the rest of your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that
You could step on something barefoot and it would sink into your body. That's
Right.
how the body works.
Yeah. Once they get some Uncle Frankie's root tonic, it's gonna be bad. They're gonna get
Well,
sick.
Jeff, what are the current stats on it right now?
Actually, it was funny. I was listening to the news, and they were talking about, or I think Trump and all them were talking about, and the CDC was telling people do not go out and buy masks because I guess there's such a shortage of them, and all the hospitals and people like that need them for surgical things and all that kind of stuff. And yet you got all these people going out there buying these masks up and using up all the inventory of them, and they don't even need them.
Why the fuck do we not
Yeah.
have a mask company
Hey,
right now?
Jeff, where are the masks made?
Well, can't you just take your shirt and do this over your nose? Isn't that
I want to. I want to
Where are
start
the
a
masks
It works
made
with
at?
farts, man.
I bet the masks are made in China. If I was a betting man, I bet we didn't manufacture them hoes either. So
Yeah.
where the
Make
corona
sure-
and where the corona come from? These motherfuckers, man.
they're
Some-
inviting
some
it by
Chinese
throwing those
But,
masks
that's
on.
the thing. They said the coronavirus came from an animal, right?
Sure.
What these things? This is my thing.
Because they were eating bats. Is that what it was?
They're eating
I don't
live-
know.
they're
but
eating live
They said
bats.
that the Ebola or whatever that was came from monkeys
Monkeys.
or some of. I'm like, what are these people doing with animals that they're getting these cross, infections?
Hey,
I'm like,
They're not cooking them; they're eating them live. They eat live bats.
they're doing things with them.
Really, Jeff? Jeff is so nasty. I'm always the nice guy on here. He's so nasty.
I wouldn't want to be Jeff's dog. Let me
Yeah,
tell you
exactly.
My dog?
that. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be his pet.
Yeah.
Hey,
he said 3
shut up.
dogs to the pound. He's like,